This is like my 10th attempt at keeping like a somewhat short video for this second video. It's not going well. Apparently I'm a chatterbox in front of the camera. Thought that I wouldn't even like it, and I just keep talking. So anyhow, you already know my name. That's Hannah. I am married to Joshua. We're high school sweethearts. He did 6 years in the Air Force. We have 2 little boys. Elias is 3 and Enoch is 16 months. We had both of them while we were in the Air Force, and then he just got out last year, and we now live in Texas, and he's going to chiropractic school. So lots of exciting changes, and I actually just decided to start officially sharing these oils. I've of course been sharing them with my loved ones and my friends, but I'm about the least like salesman-y type person you will ever meet. In elementary school, when we were supposed to do those book competitions where you like ask people to buy books and you won prizes, I didn't even like that as a child because I hated asking people to buy things. And so that's what's been holding me back this whole time, basically, was like, gosh, I really love the oils and I use them constantly. My hair keeps hitting the leaf behind me. But I just don't want people to think that I'm like trying to make a buck off of them, basically. Like, I hate that. And so I finally I'm getting older, we've gone through some experiences, and I've just finally learned that it's like, that is just not the thing for me anymore. I just have had such an amazing experience with them that I really just want to share them with as many people as I can. And for those of you that are interested, I have been doing tons of research, and doTERRA is an amazing company to be a wellness advocate for. So as far as retention rates and that kind of thing, if you're interested, then I can totally talk to you guys. But so these are new for me. I just started doing classes and everything, so it's really exciting. And so basically I've had amazing experiences. We were actually we started with the Family Essentials kit back in, gosh babe, what was it, like 2012? When did we move to North Dakota? Was it 2012? The year after Korea, right?
North Dakota was 2013.
Oh, 2013. Okay, so 2013. So I've been signed as a wellness advocate for like 5 years now. I've been using them longer because my mom had them. And so it's just been amazing. But I do remember even growing up in a home where I was surrounded with that type of alternative like healing and being sick and using things. I still remember being first married, having our first house, and getting my first kit. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is a lot. What do I even do with these things besides, the simple stuff I already knew? And so that's kind of the point of these classes. Let me see, how long am I? So that is sort of just the point, is I want to teach you guys how to use the basic 10 oils that most people use. There are also the 10 oils that are included in the Home Essentials kit and the Family Essentials kit. And those are 20% off for September, which is why I kind of decided to start with this month, because it's like, you know what? That's going to be really simple to teach about the most, oils that are commonly used. And then if people like them, they can get them 20% off, because obviously, like military family, we've always kind of had to be on a budget. And so I totally understand if some of you look at the prices of things and are like, oh my gosh. The reality is, I was there, I was in your shoes. I remember thinking like, this is a lot of money. But once we started using them and replacing things with them, it actually wasn't that much when you started adding up all the things you're buying for your home and for your beauty care and for your health, and how much money we saved not going to the doctor. We had a baby that was born with a lot of health issues and immune system issues, gut issues, food allergies, just breastfeeding. I remember for the first 7 or 8 months, I had to have 0 allergens whatsoever. So I was basically surviving off of meat and vegetables and those allergen-free cookies, which probably wasn't the healthiest thing. But yeah, we just went through a lot. And so I started noticing wow, the longer we used them, the more we had friends taking their kids to the doctor or having to go themselves. We were like, we hardly ever have to go to the doctor. And even now, we moved, there was a lot of stress, I wasn't sleeping as much. I started having strep symptoms, noticed them quickly, made myself a gargle and and I applied it, my feet and my throat and stuff. And literally, you guys, it lasted like a day and a half. And for the first day, I had the white spots and it was kind of sore, but I was fine. Like, we took my kids swimming. I was able to take them swimming. And then the second day, I just was a little tired and achy. And by that night, I felt fine. So like, it was not even a full 2 days. And that's pretty awesome. And not once did I have to go get on antibiotics or go to the doctor. So they're very, very effective. I will say, we're supposed to do disclaimers that they can't treat or cure diseases. That's, our lovely FDA wants me to let everybody know that. And obviously you should consult your physician. They do work, so they are effective. And so you should know how you're using them. Some you can take internally, some you shouldn't take internally. Some for kids are wonderful, some for certain kids you need to be careful. And so that's the whole point to this, is just to show you guys the basics. Keep it simple enough for those of you that are busy that you can read it, you can apply it, and you can use it. But I also want to give those of you that want to go deeper some resources and avenues to go check out yourself. So if you ever have any questions, DM me. Do comment. I would love to know, your guys' names, what you do for a living, if you have kids, if you're single, if you're married. And a big one is there anything that you could think of health-wise that would be a goal to treat or to fix or work on, even though they don't treat or fix things, we're supposed to say. But they definitely help for sure. So that's my cue, because Enoch and Elias, I think, are awake from their nap. I hear little voices. My husband's gonna get them for me. So anyways, yeah, I don't want to keep this too long, and I tend to rant. But basically, I'll kind of tell you guys some more experiences I've had with them. But just some of the top ones I've had is my mom getting attacked by a dog, and her arm, we had to take her to the hospital, but her arm was completely open from here to here. Tons of blood. Hi. And so we used helichrysum and melaleuca. Helichrysum actually got the bleeding to stop long enough to get all of the goodies put back in her arm and strip it closed so we could get her to the hospital. And I just this week had my son fall into a windowsill and put a hole in his head. And obviously y'all know that heads bleed a lot. And so I was really scared when I first saw him, but we cleaned it up, put the helichrysum on, and it stopped bleeding so quickly. And he is fine. So that's a top one that I remember for sure, was the dog attack. Another one would be when my son was born and had colic and was very fussy and in a lot of pain. We used digestin with him. Obviously diluted it. You guys will learn that, but just want to mention it again. But it was like, guys, we're talking colicky baby screaming in pain to falling asleep and sleeping for a couple hours at a time as like a newborn. So huge differences there. That was another top one. Another one would be, I've always kind of battled candida my whole life in my gut, so I have to really watch my diet, and any little like extra stressors or things like that, I can feel it, I'm one of those that it's like very in tune, and it can make me pretty overwhelmed. So a big change has been the balance oil. I remember when I was pregnant with Elias and I didn't know, we were actually on a road trip with my parents, and I do not sleep in cars usually, and I just could not stop sleeping. I was like just sleeping. And then when I was awake, for some reason, like I just felt kind of yucky and my heart was racing, and I felt very out of sorts, did not know what was going on. Not to be TMI, but pregnancy was the last thing that I thought of, because I cycled. It was a funny big surprise, but I was like 12 weeks by the time we thought we were maybe 3 or 4 weeks pregnant, and I was 12 weeks pregnant. So no, I had just gotten off of a cycle. So it was like, well, it's definitely not pregnancy. Like, what's going on? And I just felt really odd, like almost like an anxiety attack. And my mom had her oils with her in the car, and she put Balance and Wild Orange on my wrists. And I am not kidding. I went from feeling like almost like I was gonna throw up and cry and like freak out at the same time to feeling so calm, and I just passed out in the car and I fell asleep and I felt fine. And so those are some of my favorites. I'll never forget. Just, I think at that point I'd been using them still, but not for like emotional support. And so to experience such an emotional and physical connection with those oils was like unbelievable. So they're amazing. And I just really want to share. I have seen the difference in my kids that very typically could have been, you know, kids that are in and out of a doctor's office constantly with how sensitive they are to certain foods and things. And we actually have, like, my boys have never had to be on antibiotics, you know, knock on wood. They've only taken Tylenol like once in both of their lives, and my son's 3, Enoch's 16 months, so you know that's not a huge deal. But yeah, I mean, it's just, we've seen a definite difference. And so I'm really excited to share these with you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, let me know. Also, if you have any tips on what would be cool for a class or what you guys would like to hear, I would love to know, because I am new to this. I'm new to teaching classes. I'm new to doing social media classes. And so I would love some criticism. So if there's something that you guys liked a lot that's like, yeah, definitely do this, let me know. If there's something that you guys are like, hey, this could be better, I would love to hear about it. So anyways, I'm really excited. I cannot wait to start our little Facebook party and our oil camp. And I just really, it's my hope and prayer that you guys can try these things out if you haven't already. And if you have, use them with intention and really start seeing the effects of what they can do for you. They're phenomenal. So I'm really excited. I hope you have a good day. A good day. Wow, I just had like a really accent. Oh my gosh. Wow, what is happening? Okay, that's a blooper. So I hope you guys have a good day. I cannot wait. And make sure to comment below on your health goals and a little bit about yourself. So see ya. We'll talk soon.